So today's video is pretty much the result of a weekend spent trying to get a diamond bighorn in multiplayer, because I actually shot a troll 5 on my own map, and at that point I just sort of gave up and decided to go to multiplayer because I thought my chances were better, and multiplayer treated us pretty good for Sunday's video, so I thought we'd do that. We had a lot of kills. This basically started on Friday, so there was a lot of hours put into this, and we had a lot of cool things for the trophy lodge, so I thought I'd just put them all in one video, so I'm not trying to like hide things and not spoil things for future videos. Just get them all in one video today, and then we can move on with the rest of the week's videos. So we're on the trail of a level 5 mountain goat. I think 2 different mountain lions spooked him, because he ran all the way around the far side of the lake. Coming down from Sun Sisters here, I always see mountain goat run across here, and he ran out through here, and by the time I got recording, I looked, he was alarmed again, and he took off running from, I believe, another mountain lion. So I'm kind of trying to figure out where he's headed to right now. I don't know if he maybe stopped here. But yeah, I know it opens up down here to the south a little bit. At this point, I figured we'll just push him a little bit further and see if he'll actually come out into the open. The one thing I've been waiting for and haven't got, though, is Disturbed Veg. Like, I don't know what fur variation he is. I think he may have just been common. But anything that's not beige, because we have a beige diamond, I'd really like to get just some other fur type as a diamond, so hopefully he's not that, but he's not leaving Disturbed Veg to tell us. Okay, so he's right there. He definitely knows we're here because the wind's bad, but if we can just get him broadside again and hopefully standing still, that would be perfect. He may actually be going back, though. While he's nervous, I just don't want to risk like another mountain lion getting him or anything like that, because it's getting into the late evening where mountain lion drink again, and I don't want him to get spooked, but it's the 6.5. That's actually just fine. We double lunged him, it looks like. I have a lot of trust in this gun. I didn't for the longest time, but I've started carrying it really so I can have like 4 weapons. I have the 300 and the 20 gauge shotgun with me, and well, that's the turkey call. That's not a 20 gauge shotgun. But it allows me to have, you know, the 4 weapons. Obviously, I have the 22 as well. And then I still have the 2 turkey decoys. So I have a gobbler and a hen. And that just makes life so much easier as far as, like, trying to have everything. That 6.5 is really light. And it's good. Like, it's still flat shooting. And it's powerful enough. It's not as powerful as, like, the 30-06 or the 7mm or anything. But it gets the job done. And I think it might have just gotten us another diamond. But he never did leave Disturbed Veg, so I'm curious to see what fur type this actually is. Though it's definitely common or white, I would say, and I think common. And it is 112.5, so I believe he's actually 0.1 smaller than our last one. But yeah, nice double lung at 206. That's basically where we aimed. Like, the bullet didn't really drop at all. And that's what I really like about the 6.5, other than the fact that it's so light and like allows you to carry other stuff in your inventory. It's so flat shooting that some of these longer shots, and on a map where you can take so many long shots, that's invaluable, but they're very, very doable, and yeah. Another diamond and one of the fur types we didn't have yet. That guy looks absolutely massive. And the crazy thing is, his estimate's considerably lower than the diamond when we shot with the recurve. He's got like a really tall, kind of wide at the back rack though, and luckily we don't need a recurve bow for this one. We can just go ahead and take him with the 300. And he's not behind a tree. Or is he? He is behind a tree. That would have been bad. Could have just lost a really easy shot opportunity. So, if we can get scooted over here to where we can actually not have a tree in the way. Maybe. I mean, I can't have him spotted, but we can get a shot through right there. Pretty confident we're putting it right in between 2 trees. If anything, I kept that pretty low, so it should be okay. But that was actually the brown variant again, and I see hunting pressure down there, so I think we did good. Maybe even dropped him, to be honest. That could have been a heart shot, I'm not sure. But yeah, it may well have been. He's in a pretty similar area anyway. But yeah, another brown potential diamond elk. I actually don't know that he's big enough. I think he should be. But yeah, I don't know exactly what estimate to look for. I just know he looked completely different than the diamond we already killed. And to be honest, when I first saw him, I thought he may have been even bigger. But it wasn't a hard shot. But it must have been really good for him to only go that far. So he's a little like maybe more wiry. Like not quite as much mass. but he's kind of interesting looking, so let's see. He is a 484 diamond, when 481 is the requirement, so barely. And it's insane to say barely when he looks like that. Like, that's a small diamond Rocky Mountain elk. That is completely insane. And I don't even know that there's any real way to screenshot that. Maybe kind of like that. Pretty much in the trophy lodge, I think, is the only way to screenshot that. But I've been wanting, like, a couple of these guys throughout the lodge because they look really good. And that's another one to throw in there. That is a Piebald level 3 elk in the back there. I've almost never hunted these guys in their drink zones. I just don't tend to hunt, like, right at the very beginning of the day or right at the end of the day. But go figure. It's their drink zone and he's kind of standing out in the open where I can see him, so go ahead and launch a shot his way. That looks like it got him pretty good. But that's the first rare bull I've had. I've had a bunch of the piebald cows that have like the weird, it seems like it's the bull model without antlers, but that'll be cool to actually get one that I guess has antlers, to be honest. It's the same model. It is actually really nice though that they fixed it to where the antlers don't clip through the ground, because that makes for some much nicer screenshots. Unfortunately, the sun's not helping me out here, but not too bad. He is a bit below gold, but a pretty cool piebald. This is another one of the ones where it's unique to the Rocky Mountain elk that look like this, and I believe what they did was actually copy one that was shot in real life. It looked a lot like this with just like kind of fine white spots all over it, and I really like this. I think it looks really cool, so I don't know that I have a full body platform for it. We'll have to see what it looks like on like just a shoulder mount, but yeah, like I said, cool to actually get an antlered one. So somewhere right up here in front of us is another legendary mountain lion, and I spooked him from the lake I was at, and every other mountain lion went around the end of the lake, and of course he just ran up into the trees because apparently he had to make life a little more difficult. But that'll be him right there, and he's a common. If we can get a broadside shot, I'll probably go for it. I don't know what kind of angle that is, but we got him in the lungs. Now, we have a diamond dark red, which is why I was willing to take such a weird shot on that. And we also have a diamond common already. The only way I would replace the diamond dark red in the multi-mount is if this guy was really high scoring. But yeah, I don't know. I like to display the diamonds anywhere I can, and especially if I can get a diamond with the fur type. That's the one I'd really like to have in the multi-mount. So we'll have to see. If he's really high scoring, like I said, I would probably replace it. But yeah, I was up at the northeast lake up here, and you can see we tracked him pretty far. The tracking distance is probably going to be close to 1 kilometer, but we'll take a look and see if this is actually anything decent. He is just barely a diamond, 39.1, but yeah, definitely not going to go into the multi-mount. So I mentioned it a couple of days back that I should really consider looking into making like a second trophy lodge for maybe some second tier stuff, because I mean, we have a lot of cool kills that just with what I'm trying to do with the current trophy lodge just don't fit into that. So maybe we could have a Spring Creek Manor just so it's the other, you know, trophy lodge model and all that stuff. I'll have to see if we can maybe do that. That looks like another piebald Rocky Mountain elk, but it's something about the Rocky Mountain elk and the pronghorn. Like, every piebald that I see, I spot it, I kind of start to leave, and then I sort of do a double take and realize that there's something off. But yeah, that's a very different piebald variant than the level 3 we shot. But 373 to 480, he should have no problem being a gold, and I mean, it's a different variant. I don't know where we're going to put that. I did actually put the other one in the lodge, and it was kind of hard to tell, so I wonder if this one will look better, like with the shoulder mount. He actually will, I think, because there's a lot more white up on his neck than the other one we shot. But yeah, very much a different variation than what we shot before, and I kind of like that they're doing that. I hope they continue that trend with like other new species that get released in the future, like more piebald variations. Because obviously, like, no two piebald animals in real life are going to look the same, but that's cool. A good-sized gold, he's actually got an interesting rack. Like, I don't know if we can even see it in TrueScore. These things are so big, like, it's hard to maneuver them, but very much not even. We'll see that better in the lodge, but that's definitely one that's probably going to stay. I'm not sure about the 3, but I think this guy's going to find a spot in the lodge for a long time. And actually, if they ever do the thing where we can do the tactical espionage multi-mount, with a Rocky Mountain elk instead of a Roosevelt, I would put that in there, like, right away. So another level 9 mountain lion, and just from trying to get a diamond bighorn is the only new species diamond I don't have. And I've been spending a lot of time in areas where they tend to live, so this spot up here is pretty good. But of course, when there's mountain lion there spooking them off, it's kind of difficult to find them, but wanted to go for a hard shot just to try to get the max score out of him if he makes it. But as far as I could tell, that was another common one, so kind of the same deal as the previous one. If he happens to be really high scoring, I would probably replace the dark red diamond we have in the multi-mount, but otherwise we'd probably just be maybe thinking about that other trophy lodge for him. Definitely a common, and definitely a diamond, another kind of lower one, 39.2, but decent hard shot with the 6.5. I've really enjoyed using that and trying to make those drop shots, because I don't know, when you're using a weaker caliber, it just is a little more satisfying to actually drop stuff. But yeah, I mean, we'll have him to maybe use in a multi-mount in another trophy lodge if we ever end up doing that. Hello there. Nice little level 3 turkey just running across. Again, though, one that I've just spooked, so I can't, like, call it in and get it properly with a shotgun. I actually was just tracking this Maxwell Bighorn. I picked up its feed zone afterwards. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it where it would have been just kind of standing out in the open, but kind of nice to just have another probably diamond turkey come over. I haven't seen a troll level 3 yet. I don't know if a level 3 can be gold, but I guess maybe eventually we'll find out on that. That's actually a max weight turkey, 11 kilos. So this 4.70 won't necessarily be his exact trophy rating. It'll be 4.7 something in the trophy lodge. I wonder if that would actually be max score. I have no idea what max score is. They seem to be the same as cinnamon teal, and I shot a 1000 teal, but that would be the old system, so the only thing I would be able to see is the screenshot to see if it's 4.7, because I don't know if turkeys make it to 4.8, but that's actually cool. Definitely going to taxonomize that, but I do want to see if I can find this bighorn, because that's what I'm still looking for. Is that actually a 5? I thought he had, like, the extra curl, which I'm really not a huge fan of, but I did recognize those horns as being probably a level 5, but he's actually going nervous out there. I don't really want him to just sort of continue walking away, because we're not in a great spot. So if he ends up broadside with this 6.5, I really trust it to be flat shooting enough to get him. The one thing I did notice, he's a common fur type, and I really wanted like a dark brown or the brown fur types. They look really cool, but I don't think he's going to cooperate and make it that easy on us, so we're going to have to stick with him a little bit. So go figure. He just decided to nervously start feeding right there. Honestly, at this angle, he doesn't look that bad, but it's just the amount of curl in those horns which really hurts it. But when this heads up, I wanted that heart shot, but ended up getting lungs, so not too bad. But could that actually be the final piece to the Silver Ridge Peaks puzzle? We, of course, don't have a diamond black bear yet, or a diamond plains bison. We did get one in the beta. But as far as, like, the new species from Silver Ridge Peaks, this is the last diamond we don't yet have, so definitely gonna have to screenshot that, even though, again, I'm not the biggest fan of these horns. And we'll go ahead and take a look. And he is 166.6, so not by much. Actually by exactly 2. But he did make it. And again, he doesn't really have enough mass up top. Like, I'm really hoping these actually get, like, changed at some point. And we can potentially go for another one, but just missed that hard shot. But that's the last diamond. That's what I've been spending so much time chasing, and that's why we keep finding diamond mountain lions, because I'm in areas where these guys tend to be, and the mountain lions like it there too. But that's that. So I am certainly going to be getting back to a little more diamond pronghorn grinding, because I still want a better looking one of them, but that's actually good to finally cross off the list. Check out that guy. That is a massive level 5 pronghorn. I really love the horns on that. And he is nervous, and honestly, while he's broadside, I'm just taking that shot because I really didn't want to lose that. That's, of course, a multiplayer find. But he was up to 114 on the score estimate, which is easily the highest I've seen. And that's pretty much the horns I wanted. It's kind of that combo. I actually don't think I had to take that shot as fast as I did. I just saw she was nervously drinking, but it's kind of like a combo of the really tall ones, but then still having like the big cutters. So I hope he makes it. I think he looked a lot better than the diamond we have. He doesn't have like huge hooks, but I really, really like that horn shape. So let's take a look. He is 101.3 trophy rating, and I mean, pretty much the exact horns I wanted. And I actually have never looked at the true score on these. Nothing to do with the width actually matters, because he does actually look really wide. And that's why I was wondering if that is why he was up to 101, because he's not super huge weight-wise. I would certainly say they get a good bit bigger. But that's a really, really nice looking pronghorn, and I think, if I'm correct, the other level 5 we shot, the one that was the diamond, was like the darker common variant, not the dark fur type, but the one that's a little more like reddish-orange color. So I think that's actually another sort of different variant in the lodge as well, so that's cool. But yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I wanted out of a diamond pronghorn. So I actually ended up redoing my trophy lodge a bit since I started recording for this video, so hopefully I can remember where everything is, but we'll start with this mountain goat, 112.5, which at least he's a different fur type than the other one. He's a very similar score, though you can definitely tell his horns aren't even. Like, his right side's a little bit taller, which is cool. I always like when there's just like small, little, like, minute differences from one horn to the other, because I feel like that's generally more realistic than super noticeable differences, though of course sometimes that's going to happen as well. But then we're going to go back to this back room. So one thing I did was I replaced the other diamond in this turkey multi-mount for the bigger diamond we killed today. And I did see a 4.8 posted in Discord, so I'm guessing 4.8 is probably the max trophy rating. And this 4.7, he's 4.79, like if you're actually in the trophy manager. So he's got to be like, say, old system 990s or higher. Close on that anyway. But then we have our new diamond pronghorn, and I like this so much better than the other one we had. 101.3 score. He's got pretty decent hooks on him, actually. Like, if we zoom in on that, I kind of wish they would curl down further, but that's actually really nice. I really like that. I had to put him up there. Like, there's I think the biggest diamond whitetail we killed on the Great One grind. Then there is a leucistic turkey and this pronghorn. These are some of my favorite kills in the lodge as far as, like, species, how they actually look, and then, of course, like, the score for the whitetail being the biggest one we got during that. I just think that's really, really neat. But then we have a couple of elk. We have this guy, which it still blows my mind that this is a small diamond Rocky Mountain elk. And actually, I'm not even sure. Maybe it's the mass, but I'm not sure how he's smaller than the other one we killed. But 488 in the trophy lodge. I think he was 484 on the harvest screen, and I've mentioned it a couple of times, though I'm not sure if I've said it in a video. The harvest screen seems to have a bit of a display issue with the score. I'm not sure what it is, but I believe this 488 is the actual correct score, because I've seen, like, on the harvest screen, it actually showing the wrong, like, score, but the proper medal. So somebody got like a 477 elk where 481's the diamond, and it gave them the diamond medal. So I think it's just the score itself displaying incorrectly. This rack on this piebald is so cool. We killed another piebald one on the YouTube stream yesterday, but I really like this. And I'm not sure, like, I have the other piebald in here, and at least you can tell this guy's a piebald, like, with the shoulder mount, whereas this one with just like the white flecks, I just don't see how you could actually tell if he's on the shoulder mount. But maybe long term we take this guy down and keep the level 4 since he's bigger. But I don't know. For now, displaying both piebald variants in some way. And of course we have our diamond bighorn, which we actually got. I wasn't really sure, like, I killed him close to 4 or 5 a.m. the last night that I was hunting for this. So I kind of was thinking by the end of this video we actually wouldn't have it done, but we got it done. And I'm not a huge fan of them. I really hope they redo them at some point and we can get another diamond one that maybe looks better. But for now, we're back to having every diamond in the game, and I'm pretty happy about that because we can focus on getting more diamond pronghorn. I mean, we still have a lot of plaques actually in the lodge this size to fill, and there's some stuff, maybe like some of these caribou and reindeer that, I mean, this guy's close, but he's actually 0.3 under the current requirement for diamond, whereas when this guy was shot, 401 was the requirement. So, I don't know, maybe stuff like that we could actually end up replacing with things like diamond pronghorn or diamond mountain goat. those kind of things. And of course I have a lot of these larger plaques to fill. Like if we go into this room, currently it's mostly just diamond mountain lions, which I think 2 of those were in today's video. I actually forget how many of those we killed. I think there were 2. But yeah, I mean, these aren't going to stay here. I'm probably going to do a second trophy lodge at some point and get some of these in like multi-mounts and just full body platforms where I just don't have the room in this trophy lodge. For now, they're all kind of just hanging up in here, so more elk and stuff like that can go on these kind of things as well. But yeah, it was actually a very effective multiplayer hunt. We got the exact thing we were going for. We got a lot of other really cool kills, and I actually want to get like all the diamond elk racks. I'm not sure how many there are right now. I know we have at least the 2, and I think there's a wider one as well that we don't have. And if I could get a light brown or a light gray one, that would be really cool. I love the light gray fur type. But anyway, kind of rambling in the trophy lodge again, but yeah, I'm really happy with the way this is coming together. We did this on stream where we did the huddle fallow and the huddle whitetail out here in the front, and I'm a much bigger fan of that than what we had going, so it's been fun to actually get to redo the trophy lodge a bit with some of this new stuff. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.